Right, here we are on a blustery, windy day. Yeah, here at Haywards. Look what I'm on, Himalayan. Yeah, that's marvellous, isn't it? Get the key in the right way, time. Obviously, been doing a lot of adventure bikes. There's no more adventure bike than the Himalayan. Ignition on, clocks whizzing around everywhere. Oh, listen to that. It's marvellous. Over half a tank. All this information, more than I need. But it's all marvellous, isn't it? That little screen. Interested to see how this goes in this wind in winter. Yeah, marvellous. Into gear, no trouble at all. Oh, I feel like John Pawson. Yeah, marvellous. And there we go. Oh. Okay, so what we got here? We've got a car. Don't know what that's doing. So here we go. Oh, he's stopping and starting. No, he's stopping there. Marvellous. Apparently south is behind me. Here we go. You know the routine. So right here, quite sheltered. Get that mirror adjusted up. Oh, marvellous mirrors. So let's get where we setting out everything. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Mickey Mouse mirrors. Marvellous. Oh, such good view behind in them. Lots of round clocks. I know. This one has the tripper. It's got the compass, fuel gauge, rev counter, lots of lights, round speedo with digital below. Yeah, I mean, I'm just putting my visor down because we're coming now out of the sheltered into the wind. Did you see that squirrel? It's going to run right out, changed its mind. Marvellous. Right, up to 40, just at the blink of an eye. And we're off. Yeah, into the wind. And we're doing the speed limit, not going crazy. It's dry, only just, and it's blowing a gale. Yeah, and this Himalayan isn't budging. And you might remember, Mrs. Tate was rather taken with this Himalayan when we did the 2-up video on it, and it went rather well. It didn't seem to make much difference to anything. So Rosa's busy there. Here we go. Oh, does handle well. It does. I know we're not going crazy with the speed. We do get a fair amount of buffeting off that screen. But I just went over a massive pothole then. Didn't even flinch. And that's the sort of thing you want for these winter bikes. And the condition of the roads, you know, in winter, always terrible, aren't they? Always deteriorate, and the council can't get out to fix them. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to do a left here, go down into Madinley, and then up to see the cone. Yeah, there we go. Indicator on, dead easy. Brakes, you know, ample for what you want. Oh, it's just lovely. And the sound, I'm just trying to listen to the sound over the wind, and I don't know how much of this wind noise you're going to get. Hopefully you won't get what I'm getting. Yeah, look at that. It's just, yeah, as a winter bike, this or the Scram, what would it be? I think previously I mentioned the Scram, but I'm not so sure. riding this today in this wind, I mean, it really is pushing me at the moment from sort of the west, really, according to my compass. Yeah. Handles the bumps and everything so well. Yes, in comparison to the Tiger and the V8.5, it feels a little bit small and not quite as substantial, but then it doesn't. At the same time, it feels such a solid bike. It really does. This road is absolutely dreadful, and it seems to have no problems with this. And this is £5,000. Yeah, give or take a bit. Yeah, compared to the Tiger at sort of between 13 and 15. Afternoon cone. Yeah, that's marvellous, isn't it? Yeah. He says it's a while since he's seen a Himalayan. Got straight into neutral. Just marvellous. And that sound. Let's get it off. Side stand down. Get it into a safe position. What do you think, Count? Yeah, you're right. Himalayan. Tough nut. Bit like yourself. Let's have a look at it from here. Check there's no road traffic. There you go. Look at that. Oh, what a beast. Right, here we are. Yeah. Oh, Royal Enfield Himalayan 411. Single cylinder. Single disc at the front. Big front wheel, small back wheel. Can't remember sizes. 17, is it 18 at the front and 16, 17 at the back, something like that. Two mud guards, one to keep it clean, one to make it look like an adventure bike, I guess. I don't know. That big frame that you can hang all sorts off and protects the tank as well. This one's got crash bars on low down. Don't think they're standard. It's got the rack on as well. Blacked out engine. It's all kitted up, isn't it, for an adventure. Seats dead comfy. We've been to up with it with Mrs. Tame, as you know. Put a link to that probably in the description. And of course, what? Yeah, Cone says centre stand. Don't forget the centre stand. Yeah, it's got a centre stand. A rare thing these days on a motorbike. Obviously the same framework on this side. And that dash is nice. I like it. It reminds me of a fighter plane or something like that. Brilliant. Love it. Mickey Mouse mirrors. All the controls. Solid little things, you know. Dead easy to use. All in the right place. And that tank, get plenty of juice in there. Keep you going for a good number of miles. That's for sure. But there you go, little indicators blacked out, you know, the indicators, well, what are they? And of course the little metal reservoir, yeah, with a sticker on it. Yeah, that's marvellous. What more could you want from a winter bike and an adventure bike at that? All for £5,000. Not bad, is it? So let's get back on it and do the senses. Right, here we are, back on board. Putting my heated gloves on now because I'm a bit nippy. So there you go. There you go. Ignition on. There we go. Simple as that. Now this road here is absolutely appalling. I'm just telling you that now. So I'm not going to go racing down here like a lunatic. No, I'm not. The crevices are massive. You probably can't see it. I don't care whether you can see it or not. I'm not going to risk it. Lots of loose stuff where they've sort of repaired it, but they haven't repaired it. Most peculiar. And it's blowing a hoolie as well. But let's get on to the senses anyway. Taste. If this was edible, it would be a Yorkie bar. Oh crikey, look at that. Yeah, it's terrible. Loose gravel and all sorts. So I think, unless they do something with this road soon, all future tests won't be on this Cambridgeshire road. They'll be on a different one because it's getting crazy. Yeah, anyway, taste, it'd be a Yorkie bar. That's what it'd taste like. I like Yorkie bars, you might not, especially if you're on a diet or anything. And smell, well, this has done 705 miles now. Yeah, it was a brand new baby when I first rode it. It smells like new, but then Jack, he looks after the bikes. He really does. He cares for them and treats them like his children. Yeah. So it's always going to smell nice, isn't it? He probably puts a little bit of aftershave on, I don't know. But they do smell marvellous. So, what we got then? To touch and feel. Feels solid. Feels solid and workmanlike, and that's what it rides like as well. So you'd expect it to feel like that. Yeah. Quality again, you know, for £5,000, what else are you gonna get that's roughy tufty like this and can do all the stuff that this could do? I don't know, I can't think. What else have we got then to look at? Well, Mrs. Tame originally thought it was ugly. She said that on our video, the 2 Up video, but strangely, and this is the whole thing about senses, isn't it? After she'd been on the back and we'd been for a ride out on it, she changed her opinion about that. She liked it. Yeah, she liked the look of it. Agriculture, look at this, I'm only a bike, so I'll just keep going. Yeah, that's this attitude for you, isn't it? Car drivers some of the time, and you'll notice they're all vans as well, which is very disappointing because they're workmen. They've been paid to drive. Yeah. Anyway, then the sound. What does it sound like? Well, it sounds exactly the same. Workman-like. It's a very therapeutic sound. Yeah. It purrs. A deep purr. Yeah. Not a little meow cat purr. And that's marvellous. And I know they do a pipe for the scram. But yeah, so the sound is just lovely. Yeah, it adds to it, and that sort of brings us round to the sixth sense. And as with all Royal Enfields that I've ridden so far, there's a kind of magic in there, isn't there? Yeah, a kind of magic that binds you to it and makes you feel, I don't know, somehow connected. It feels mechanical. You're riding a motorbike and a pal. It's like it's a mate. It's, you know, it's gonna look after you and you're gonna look after it. And I guess that comes on to servicing as well, and you do have to service them a bit more. It's been noted. It's the same with all the Royal Enfields. Short service intervals, but for the money that you're paying, it's a little inconvenience. And for most people, let's be honest, a lot of people ride in summer only, don't ride all year round, and for those, they won't do the miles. It'll just be like an annual service, so it's don't make any never mind. And so yeah, it makes me feel quite happy. Would I have one? Yes, I would. I think I would. Just to look at the dash. Oh, there we go. Marvellous. Yeah, so my hands are getting warm now, you might like to know. I've got to take it back. Compared against the other bikes, well, you can't compare it, can you? One, because of the magic that's involved from Royal Enfield, and two, the price point. You could buy 2.5 Himalayans for the price of a V85, yeah. You could buy almost 3 for the price of a Tiger. I know, crazy. 3 and a bit for the price of an Africa Twin, yeah. And for the big cats and the BMWs, it's all the same. You could buy the whole range of Royal Enfields for the price of a BMW, and I know what I'd rather have. Exactly, a garage. Just all you need is a big garage. But anyway, cruising at 30 miles an hour in fourth, just easy, so well balanced, everything about it, wide bars, the lot, just make you feel perfect, like you could do this all day. I can't do it all day. I've got to return it. It's not my bike. It belongs to Haywards Royal Enfield. Here we are. Look at that marvellous little showroom there, and another one at the back here. Oh, listen to that little engine, little chatter. Sounds wonderful. There's Paddington, look. Oh, it does smell nice. Oh, I don't know what he's put on it today, but that smells absolutely ravishing. Straight into neutral, ignition off. There we go. Look at that. Yeah. He's a boy, isn't he? Oh, marvellous. Royal Enfield Himalayan 411. Perfect. I would have liked to have taken that down that road, that dirt track and the mud with the flooding and the hills and the bumps that I took Biggles down. I'd like to do that with that. I would. I think it'd probably, with those tyres on, they're slightly chunkier. Ideal adventure bike. Lightweight enough, powerful enough. Yeah, that's the bike, I reckon. Ta-ta.